Good morning, Amani. All you brave souls who came out in this, whatever it is. Chris said he left his house and it was sunny, and then he got here and it was a little bit of the Wizard of Oz situation. So we're going to stand up and raise our energy and sing along to our opening song with the wonderful John DuFour.
I was standing by my window on a cold and cloudy day when I heard those thoughts a creeping for to take my smile away. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better way of thinking if we try, Lord, if we try. I said to those thoughts a creeping, you will not take me in tow. For my smile I am keeping, so just turn around and go. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better way of thinking if we try, Lord, if we try. Well, they follow close behind me, but I held my head up high. There's a movement of the new road and the sunshine in the sky. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better way of thinking if we try, Lord, if we try. Let's hear you. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? That's it. There's a better way of thinking if we try, Lord, if we try. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better way of thinking if we try, Lord, if we try, if we try, if we try, Lord, if we try. One more. If we try, Lord, if we try. Yeah.
Well done, everybody. Have a seat. Good job getting us all charged up. We're going to release the kids. They're going out to Ruby, my little RV out there. So you guys stay dry, have some fun, little duckies, and we'll see you afterward. All right. Welcome to the Amani Center. So good to see you all here again. Thank you for braving the weather. It's a special Sunday, so we're really happy that you're all here. We like to start our service by speaking our vision statement aloud together. So let's do that right now. We are lighting the path to peace together. So that is how we show up as Amani in the world right now when it's so needed and so appreciated and so important to each and every one of us, to the world, to our community. So thank you for being part of that. We are, for anyone who's new, I see a few faces that haven't been here before, we're an open and inclusive spiritual community, and we know there are many paths to the divine. So whatever path you're walking, whatever path you're on, you're welcome here. And we're happy to walk it with you. Sometimes we might lean on you a little, sometimes you might lean on us, and that's how we do it together in community. We're a place where you can learn and you can grow, and sometimes you just want to be. Sometimes you just need a place to fill your cup. We're a safe and a welcoming place where you can come and just fill your cup, and that's important too. Do we have anyone here for the first time? We have a little something we love to give out. Woo! If it's your first time, Gina will bring it to you if you want to raise your hand. Great, wonderful. She's going to grab that and bring it over to you. Welcome. Is something happening up there? Okay, no, okay, good. Okay. If you're watching from home and it's your first time and you'd like to receive that, we'd be happy to mail it to you or get it to you in some way that works out. So just let us know, DM us, and we'll do that. Okay. One of the ways that I don't know if you're at home, if you can hear the rain, it is just pounding in here right now. Very cool. Hopefully the kids are okay out there. All right, so one of the ways that we live into that walking the path to peace or leading that path to peace together is through affirmative prayer, through our circle of light, made up of our practitioners and our ministers, and that is the spiritual circle of this center that holds everyone, all of you in it. And so one of the ways that we love to show up for you is with affirmative prayer, or what we call spiritual mind treatment. We are here to sit with you and remind you of the beauty, the divinity of you, to remind you of the wholeness, the health, the perfection, help you bring in the wonderful things that you're meant to bring in, help you put down the things that are weighing you down that you need to put down. And we love to do that work with you. And it's our gift to you after Sunday service. So I'm going to ask members of our Circle of Light to raise their hand. Look around. Lots of people here who would love to do treatment with you. Don't take the heavy stuff home. Let us know, and we'll just love to sit down with you for a few moments. Okay. I'm going to go through our announcements. So this is the 12th, so we're midway through April, and our theme is Rolling Away the Stone, or Roll Away the Stone. So we have the wonderful Reverend Pixie DeFore along with John here today speaking. Always a wonderful Sunday with the DeFores. Next week will be the wonderful Reverend Donna Appadoni, and then we close the month out with our beautiful Reverend Sherry Wynn. So another great month at Amani. Join us whether you're online or in person. Here's some of the stuff that's going on in April. So we have our yoga class here every Tuesday. It's a chair yoga class. Great group of women, and Marilyn leads that, and she's just fantastic. Actually, it's not just women. There's men who come too, but it's a fun group, great music. I encourage you to come to that. It's appropriate for all levels. Every Thursday, we do Staying Grounded in Challenging Times. That's our 11:11. We will not be doing it this week because a lot of us are going to be in Yosemite, so we're not going to have that one, and we're not going to have Course in Miracles this week either. So if you usually do those, just come back the following week, next week, and we'll be back again. But those won't be happening this coming week. And that's why. We're going to be at Yosemite from the 14th to the 16th for our wonderful retreat. This Friday night is April 17th. That's teen date or teen play date, so that's at 6:30. Tell the teens in your life or other people you know. It's free, it's open, they have a great time, and it's always a wonderful Friday night. This acting workshop with Melanie Smith, that's Gary Weinberg's wife, she decided we're going to push that back into May. So she's going to come and talk about it shortly on a Sunday so you can hear some more, but put it on your calendar. It'll probably be May 24th, a great workshop after service that will have a lot of applications, not just becoming an actor, but just living your life in a more open and fun way. And then we have our breathwork journey with Stephanie Dawn. That's coming up on Friday the 24th. That's an evening one. It's 6:30 to 8. That will be right here. So you can sign up for that online, or if you want to sign up after service, just see me and I'll help you with that. We were going to be doing patio cleanup yesterday, but we had some crazy weather. And so, and then last night, like, everything just got crazy out there. So it's good that we held off. We're going to reschedule that to the 25th. So I did reach out to everyone who signed up and let them know we're doing that on the 25th now. If you want to join us, we'll be happy to have your help. We'll really make things look nice out there. And then Kathy is going to come up and talk about the Spring Craft Fair, which is coming up on the 2nd. So come on up, Kathy. And she's going to tell you some of the things that are going on and ways that you can help with this big event.
Thank you. Well, this is just spur of the moment, but I thought I wanted to remind you all about the Spring Craft Fair, May 2nd, and we are gathering the volunteers. There's a sign-up sheet in the back, and we would love for you guys to kind of read it and figure out what you would like to do in your role for that day. We are going to make signs and paint them soon, so please approach Marcy or I if you can help paint signs, because we need to get those out in the community in the next couple weeks. I do have flyers in the back, so please take a flyer or two and select a wonderful place to put it where you think people might see it in your community, okay? That would be a great help. And then we have a wonderful event on Facebook for our craft fair, and that's the better way to get the word out is by social media. And I'm going to ask your help. So we have a wonderful event for the Amani Center. If you want help how to get to that, please come to me and I'll show you on your phone. And of course we have Instagram, but I was just going to ask if you guys could love on it, make comments on it. That'll help get the algorithm going so that more of our community will see it. And please share it with your friends and post it yourself by copying, pasting, whatever you want to do, or say that you're going to go. All of that really helps because we're a little bit behind on getting the advertising going. So now the next push in the next few weeks for that because we have amazing crafters and we need people to shop there to make them happy. And then it's a whole circle. And then the more come, the more can get to know who we are. I mean, we have 40 spots. Yeah, not all of them paid because some are nonprofits, but it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so much fun. We have a strawberry dessert booth. It's gonna be amazing, and the kids' craft fair area is really coming together. We have cute little pots for them to plant strawberry plants and decorate them, and other little seeds. And we have a Play-Doh station and coloring station, so super fun and easy. And then we have amazing hot dog meals. Yay! Go Joe! I know he's busy. And then we have, instead of the pizza truck, we switched it to Bubba's Barbecue. And he's going to have macaroni and cheese. Oh, my God. And then some other wonderful, yummy sandwiches and things like that. So thank you. That's my plug.
Thank you, Kathy. Such a huge endeavor. If everybody just takes a piece and helps with that, it makes it so much easier. And it's really easy to share it on Facebook. And even if everybody shares and picks an extra person who shops or something, yeah, Instagram too, you can repost. We do appreciate that. Okay, and then I have one more thing. We have not drawn from the Gary Lynn Floyd raffle the 2 items that we have, the massage from Sarah, amazing, and then the wonderful lunch and kayak picnic from Kathy Tibbles on Cameron Park Lake. So we're going to give you one more chance to buy tickets right after, and then we're going to draw them today. And that, we've just been busy, and with the Easter egg hunt and everything, we just forgot to draw. So we'll do that today. So if you haven't got tickets for it yet, see me afterwards. We're doing 1 ticket for $3, 2 for $5, 5 for $10, and 15 for $20. And those are the 2 great prizes. Boy, Sarah does an amazing massage, I am here to tell you. And what a great little getaway for 2 people on Cameron Park Lake. Just go out there and kayak a little and have this wonderful lunch made by Kathy Tibbles, and she lives right there on the lake. So, yeah, so sign up for that afterwards, and you don't have to wait around. We'll just make sure we have your phone number, and but we will call them today. Don't let me forget. Thank you. All right, so if you haven't already silenced your phone, please do so, and we'll go ahead and bless the service. So this is our opportunity to get a little quiet now that we've shared all the things going on. If you're comfortable, you can allow your eyes to close. I encourage you to receive a deep cleansing breath in, and then release that. And when we just get to that slow, mindful breath, we slow our nervous system, we remind our body, and we signal our body, it's time to get quiet, it's time to go within, time to be open to receiving all of the good that is here for us. So I know that today's service unfolds divinely, that everyone who needed to be here showed up, and people who needed to listen online or watching online now or even listening later, and everyone is receiving exactly what they needed to receive. I also know that you're bringing what someone else needs, whether you realize it or not. And so we're all here in this flow of love, connection, healing, upliftment, compassion, and just joy and connection with each other, and it's so important. And I know that the speaker is divinely guided. The music is divinely guided. And I'm so grateful for that, for our speaker, our music, our sound team, our live stream team, our kids program, our folks who meet people at the door, our greeters, people who are doing all the things for this center, working on volunteering in all the different ways, teen program, craft fair, for the Circle of Light, for the board, all of our board members. All of these things are blessing this center, but also blessing those who do the work. And I know all of it is just lifting us and lifting this center, and that flows out into our community. We bring it home with us, and we share it across the planet, and that's why we're here. So with great gratitude to know the truth of this, great gratitude for all of you who are what makes the Amani Center the Amani Center, and great gratitude that we have this space, this place where we do this good work. I just release this word into the law, knowing that as I speak it, it is done, and that all is truly well. And together we say, and so it is. All right, I am going to bring Reverend Sherry up. She's our practitioner of the day, and she's going to lead us through the affirmation.
Okay, you guys know how to do this. First time with enthusiasm and brightness in your voice, and the second time, just turn your attention inward, say it softly. And then in the third time, if you'll just listen to me. This is brought to us by the beautiful Reverend Pixie. As I roll away the stone of doubt, I realize a heaven that has never left me nor forsaken me. The Christ consciousness prevails, and my life now reflects that. As I roll away the stone of doubt, I realize a heaven that has never left me nor forsaken me. The Christ consciousness prevails, and my life now reflects it. As I roll away the stone of doubt, I realize a heaven that has never left me nor forsaken me. The Christ consciousness prevails, and my life now reflects that. And together we say, and so it is. Is it music? It's music.
To the garden alone, while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ear, the sun darkly closes, and he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me that I am his own, and the voice we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. He speaks, and the sound of his voice is so sweet. The birds hush their singing, and the melody that he gave to me within my heart is ringing. And he would stay in the garden with him through the night around me as it's falling. But he bids me go through the voice of woe. His voice to me is calling, and he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me that I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known.
Sweetness, follow it inward. Follow it into your breath for this brief meditation. Let's remember that everything that goes on around us or inside us is the blessed, loving one being itself in all its disguises. And let's take today the storm and the rain and the weather as it comes in a big noise and a big sound and then washes everything away. Let's just let it wash away through our mind, all the tension, all the sounds that are around us. Let it just be the sweetness that we remember. Let's just let go and go deep within. That in us is that still, quiet, anchored space of love. Quiet, strong, present. Be with it. And now it's time for our spiritual mind treatment, our divine healing. I'd like you to bring to mind any person, yourself included, any circumstance in the world, anything, even a joy that you wish or desire. let us know that my voice just carries a truth into the stillness in you. We know, and I declare, that today the divine design of the Absolute One is present. And it's in the very center of our being, and I call it the Christ consciousness, and we are connected to it. Indeed, we are one with it, and it works in, through, and as us. And we claim and declare that that which is pure and holy now is made manifest in all the lives of those that we care about, in the world and in our own selves, that love prevails, that it is the power that transforms, heals, mends, and makes way for the new. It is the balance and harmony that we stand in. It is the peace that washes over us and through us. It is the truth that we speak, and it is the joy that we celebrate on this day and every day. And I know this truth is enacted in the individual and in the universal, making change where it is necessary. So I say thank you for this. Thank you, thank you. And together we say, and so it is.
With a choice each new day brings, and with every step you take, bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is there in every breath you take. Bless your life, bless your dreams, you will do amazing things. Oh, the places you will go and the people you will know. Don't worry where, when, or how. You don't need to know that now. The reason you live is there in every gift you give. Bless your life, bless your dreams, you will do amazing things. Amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. You don't have to work it out, just stay in the here and now. Let your line rest for a little while. Sometimes greatest answers come when you're out there having fun. So close your eyes, take a breath, and smile. Amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing this point, I usually would have you looking at each other. I would like you all to look over here at Kelly. Kelly, raise your hand for those of you who do not know, putting her totally on the spot. This is Kelly's day. So let's go. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things.
Oh, good Lord. Will you keep it down up there? Yeah, we'll speak. I'm getting talk back here. I am speaking on your behalf today, so I don't want none of that gunk. Yeah, so we'll talk a little bit more about Kelly a little bit later on, let you know what's going on with her. It's wonderful, it's amazing, and it's metaphysics at its finest. Clapping from the angels. Well, good morning, and welcome to the most, well, hallelujah, we are in Oz. All right, my talk's a little short this morning because we have a beautiful service afterwards, during service, I should say, and we want to respect your time, but a beautiful service of ceremony and ritual. And you all get to participate in. You get to be part of that. Today, I'm going to go a little traditional today. This month, our theme is Roll Away the Stone. And my title today is Rock and Roll Heaven. Y'all remember that song, If There's a Rock and Roll Heaven, right? John and I were talking about that, but yeah, it wasn't a good one for the center. Yeah. So we're not going to do that today. But really, you think about that and you think about all of the beautiful musical artists and groups that have already made their transition over to the other side. So we've experienced a lot of that. And by the time we get to the other side, there really is going to be a rock and roll heaven, and we get to experience it all over again. So we're just kind of moving together. So although Easter has passed, last Sunday we didn't really get an opportunity to talk about it. We still have the theme of rolling away the stone. So I want to look at the spiritual and metaphysical interpretations and meanings, according to me, of what happened that Holy Week, that holy, beautiful Holy Week leading up to that day of crucifixion. And then we'll move into the resurrection and rolling away the stone. But it all started with Palm Sunday. You remember that? Jesus rode into town on that little young donkey. And there is metaphysical interpretation to that, but I'm not going there today. But it was a young donkey, and we had palm fronds everywhere. We had people cheering and loving on him and walking into town with him. And this shows us an inner awakening, that it is the beginning of a transformation of consciousness from the physical to the divine. And you're going to find out during this week, there is like this rolling theme going on from the physical to the divine. There is something magical that's starting to happen, an inner awakening. So Monday, Jesus got a little ticked off. Y'all know what he did on Monday? He cleared that temple. See? he got a little ticked off. He went into that temple, and everybody was in there. They were selling their wares, and they were selling their animals, and it was this big market, and money was exchanging hands, and he was just not so happy about this. This is where we come to worship. This is where I come to talk with my God. Yeah, and he wasn't happy. And so he kicked them all out. And did I want to say anything more about that? Yeah, symbolizing purification of consciousness from the material where they're in there selling their wares. And on Tuesday, he spent a lot of his time teaching, and he sealed the deal. How did he seal the deal? That Tuesday? He sold the deal because he confronted the leaders and the political establishment in the temple. Y'all know that this man, Jesus the Christ, there was something big happening here for all of us. There was something really wonderful happening with regards to love, with regards to spirituality, with regards to awakening within each one of us. Yeah, he was always in control of this. You just don't walk up to the Romans and all your high priestly beings and start telling them, well, in 3 days I'm going to rise again. You guys can do whatever you want to me. Just kind of tick them off and get them rolling. You didn't do that to the Romans. They were kind of bullies, right? But he did. He had control. He knew what was coming up, and he started to move forward with that. This represented an intense confrontation between the divine truth and the earthly hypocrisy. And on that same day, he sits with the disciples on Mount Olive, and he explains exactly what the future is going to hold and what's going to happen. Now, that doesn't make them too happy. And then you know what happened on that Tuesday? Judas, he began to orchestrate that betrayal. Yeah. So Wednesday would be what then? The betrayal. Silence. Okay, Wednesday was the betrayal. This might represent a dark night of the soul, the final struggle of the inner light before overcoming the darkness. We'll talk about that dark night of the soul here in just a couple minutes. Thursday was the Last Supper, a transition from the outer law to the inner spiritual realization. The washing of the feet. What does that symbolize? It symbolizes that the true greatness is of humility in service to others. The divine Eucharist, symbolizing Christ's love, the internal presence that brings God's life through the human, my blood, my body. We are the divine children of the Father, Mother, God, made in God's perfect image and likeness. We all get to be that. And then there was the agony in the garden, where Jesus goes in and he talks to the Father, I call it Father, Mother, God, knowing exactly what's happening the next day, what is confronting him, what he needs to walk through that very next day. And this symbolizes the human ego surrendering to divine will. Okay, God, are you sure? If he was anybody else, if he didn't have control, no, I don't want to go up there. I don't want to be crucified. I don't want all of that to happen. He knows that it's going to be painful and it's going to be hard to do, but he is in control, and he knows that this is what needs to happen. Giving up the ego for divine will. And then Good Friday. The crucifixion. And it symbolizes a transition from limited consciousness to a divine unity. Yeah. Holy Saturday, what happened on Holy Saturday? There was rest in the tomb. Silence, contemplation between death and life. So I bring this to you today because of something a friend of ours sent to us Easter morning. And it's all about rolling away the stone. In Matthew's resurrection account, one detail stands out, and that is that Jesus' enemies were determined to make sure that that grave stayed closed. Matthew 27, 62 through 66, the chief priests and Pharisees, they went to Pilate, And they said that they remembered Jesus had had a talk with them, and he said that he was going to rise again after 3 days. Well, they were pretty afraid. They were very afraid that the disciples were going to sneak into that tomb, and they were going to carry him away and claim resurrection. Well, we can't have that. We can't have that happen. So Pilate agreed for the tomb to be closed. Not just closed, but closed and sealed. They called it sealed with a wax and rope seal, and it's stretched. I looked up a picture of what this might look like, and it's like, here you have the stone moved in front of the tomb, and there are these ropes. They're going across it, and they're embedded into the mountainside on each side, and then there's this gigantic wax seal, Pilate's seal. And so if anybody broke that seal, they broke that wax, well, they're going to have to deal with the Roman law. So what they did, on top of that, was that they posted guards. And the guards, this meaning is an attempt of physical force to contain divine consciousness. Well, good luck with that, right? Our physical force containing spirit. Yeah, not so much. The tomb was not simply closed by burial custom, it was officially closed. The seal representing official physical power, but not spiritual power. The stone representing physical finality. And we know that there really, truly is no finality in spirit. True? Yeah, there you go. Okay, I heard words. And still, none of it was enough. The Christ rose where death, empire, religion, and human force had all done their very best to shut him in. When Matthew begins chapter 28, he tells us that there was a great earthquake, which symbolizes a shift, a powerful breakthrough, shaking of the material consciousness to allow a physical resurrection. And isn't that what happens when we have a personal dark night of the soul? Your world is shaken apart. You are brought to your knees. Everything seems that it has come apart. Everything seems to shatter. Just before our own great awakening, and the light dawns, and our life becomes. Yeah, this demonstrates that divine power can remove insurmountable obstacles. So, when you think, oh, I can't do it, oh, this is never going to happen, oh, my body's doing this, oh my gosh, my life is just so crazy, guess what? That's something bigger, stronger, powerful, greater than you could ever imagine that can put things right. Well, where's your mind? And how bad do you want it? Where do you want to study? Right? So this is my favorite part. Okay, so he's locked in. He's sealed with wax and ropes. Then an angel of the Lord descended from heaven. He rolled back the stone and sat on it. This shows us the triumph of divine power over material limitations. So the guards trembled and became like dead men. Wouldn't you have loved to see their faces? This angel comes flying down, rolls back the thing, and just sits there. So they trembled. They passed out, yeah. So they weren't sure what to think about this, which really means that the mortal human consciousness is dead to spiritual realities when faced with the divine. Yeah. What they meant to close, God opened. What they meant to keep final, God proved was not final at all. This story, you know what it ends with? A lot of people say this on Easter. He is not here, for he has risen. You know, this wasn't just a historical event. This story shows us the triumph of divine light over the mortal and the material world. That ever-present power belongs to all of us. We are not just a drop in the ocean, but we are the entire ocean in just one drop. Where do you need to roll away the stone that has kept you bound, hidden, or afraid? We can rise from the limited material beliefs and live in an unlimited consciousness of spirit. Any time that we choose, all we have to do is turn to it and acknowledge it. Spirit is truly our eternal home. It's where we came from, and it's where we're going to go when we're done here. This is a beautiful Easter story about the insurmountable Christ consciousness rolling away the stone, ascending to heaven, and the man whose only true message was love, kindness, and peace. And so it is. Namaste. Yeah, thanks. It is, the holiday thing. John and I, as you could tell by his garden song, we get a little traditional. We sure do. And I love the metaphysical interpretations that we put on things. I don't know. I'm interfaith. I love them all. So I guess I'm going to invite Rev Sherry, Rev Belinda, and practitioner Kelly Webb to the stage. To the stage, please. You're going to have our own rock and roll heaven. All right. So, Kelly, take a mic. Everybody take a microphone.
You good? Okay. So this is a graduation ceremony for our beloved Kelly Webb today. And the journey of becoming a practitioner, it takes about 4 years. It's year 1, 2, and 3 of classes, and then a whole practitioner segment is dedicated to prayer work, to healing modality. It really is, it's quite something. The 4th year is a little different than all the others. And this academy here, we are accredited by Emerson Theological Institute and recognized by Affiliated New Thought Network. This center started in 1999. I think I came along in 2000, at the end of 2000. The academy started the next year in 2001. So 25 years we've been doing classes here. So that says a lot about the integrity and what we really put into this work. And we feel that it's important, like the most important thing that we give to this planet is classes, is teaching and learning and growing. And the ripple effect that it has out there in the community, because who knew when Kelly started these classes that, I didn't intend on becoming a minister, and just kept taking classes, and there we were. Well, Kelly is now living in South Dakota and helping run a center, if not running it, and pretty much doing the work. So the ripple effect from this academy to another state, to another group of people, and how that ripples out to the world. So just so you know, this work that we're doing does make a difference, does ripple out into the world. And so Kelly is a beautiful representation, a representative of that to a whole nother community. So Black Hills Center for Peace. Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Yes. And it is a profession. She's making. Well, it's pretty much your life now, isn't it?
It is. Yes, it is.
So I wanted Reverend Sherry to have a chance to talk about what it is to be a practitioner as well.
Well, I think being a practitioner is individual to each person, because how you get into what's sacred and holy in you and how that can be very transformative, and that's a nice word for sometimes things can get a little shaky and undone, and we face ourselves in a lot of different ways, from the exalted to, oh my goodness, am I going to get through this? And so it's not a small task. And then you're asked to do service, to speak your word out loud in front of somebody else who comes up and asks you to help them. And you have to go through the transformation of believing that your word is power. And that one of the important things in order for you to graduate from to become a practitioner, not only with all the work that you do, book learning, studying, all of that, the personal transformation, you have to show up with 5 letters that say, this person came to me, this is what I asked for, and I received it. And so as a practitioner, often you face in your own self maybe that what you don't totally believe. It's like maybe somebody will show up and ask you for the thing that you're working on. So it's a process, and after you get your credential, life doesn't stop. It continues. And so it's a pretty powerful, impactful step to say yes to that inside you that you can't see, feel, or touch. And you're doing it.
It is so true that sometimes the first person that you treat with, pray with after a Sunday service, because your 4th year, you're doing the complimentary prayer after service, it's you sitting across from you in the chair. It's your issues. It's the things that you're working on are right there before you. And the challenges, just because we have these great tools, you still have the challenges. And maybe more so, it feels like that you get to practice. So it's a great opportunity to practice too, right?
It is. Absolutely.
So yeah, we're going to go on with having you read the do you want to read that part?
Okay. The spiritual ethics of a practitioner are based on integrity, confidentiality. The practitioner will now read those ethics as her vow.
Article 1. The religious science practitioner operates under the authority and license granted by a religious science church for the purpose of practicing and disseminating the principles, processes, and procedures of spiritual mind treatment, scientific prayer, and science of mind, and acts in a manner reflecting such principles. The speech and conduct of a practitioner always reflect the dignity of this high profession. Article 2. A practitioner's work is done entirely in the field of mind, the highest use of which is spiritual mind treatment. Article 3. A practitioner's treatment is complete in and of itself. Therefore, the practitioner does not suggest more than one treatment. Additional treatment may, however, be requested by a client. Article 4. A practitioner complies with all state and federal laws. Article 5. A practitioner does not counsel or give advice. Article 6. A practitioner does not solicit a client. Article 7. A practitioner does not denigrate the work of another practitioner. Article 8. A practitioner does not knowingly accept a client who is simultaneously a client of another practitioner without consent of the other practitioner. Article 9. The relationship between a practitioner and client is one of confidence and trust and is held inviolate. The private affairs of a client are never divulged, nor is a case discussed in a way that would identify the client. Article 10. A practitioner does not refuse to do a treatment for a client who is unable to pay at the time, but treats for the client's demonstration of supply. Article 11. A practitioner advertises by personal card, listing in a church bulletin, yellow pages in the telephone book, and New Thought quarterly only.
I love it.
I love it. An announcement in the local paper with wording acceptable to the minister or sponsor is acceptable.
I love it.
Article 12. A practitioner financially supports and actively participates in the ongoing growth of the church and is supportive of its minister. A practitioner is also supportive of Emerson Institute and affiliated New Thought Network.
And so it is.
And so it is.
So Kelly, as a practitioner, has exemplified a divine quality during the course of all these studies. And we would like to honor her with a divine quality. And as Thomas Troward said, he said the divine has 7 attributes. There's love, light, life, peace and power, beauty and joy. And so each of us ministers is going to present Kelly with a gift and a divine quality, and we're going to kind of do this piece inward. So if you'll just join us in knowing the divine as Kelly.
It's like my little baby chick.
Good Lord. Your spiritual will is amazing. The work that you've done to come into your divine source is just a beginning. You are an extraordinary light, and your generous spirit and your commitment to your sacred path is formidable. You touch so many people. I'm glad you came here to be with us during this time of transition. You were needed and you said yes to the call. Understand you will always be supported. You are the deliverer of the divine. Thank you without him. It just make me cry again.
Yeah, we don't take this lightly, do we? And now, your turn. Will the Amani Fellowship please join with the ministers and our new practitioner, Kelly Webb, to complete her installation? Please pick up your copy of the responsive reading. You don't have one. You're going to listen.
You say, I do.
Just say I do when
We'll cue you.
We'll cue you.
Okay, or we do. Okay.
A practitioner is one who is dedicated to knowing the spiritual truth that God dwells within us, as us, and for us. A practitioner is committed to the idea that this truth known inwardly must be revealed outwardly in what we call demonstration, in the bodies, minds, and souls of themselves and in the lives of their clients.
We know the love and law we work with is divine healing power. the power of the one mind. We know and feel the presence of the divine as joy, love, and spiritual truth in our lives. And we can know this truth for others because we know it for ourselves.
Dear Kelly, after demonstrating the power of affirmative prayer treatment work for yourself and for others, and having proven your understanding of the healing principles of the universal spirituality, and thereby having demonstrated your ability to use these principles in the service of others, I now ask, do you pledge and commit to maintain this consciousness of oneness, divine power, and love through the daily practice of affirmative prayer treatment and daily spiritual practice for yourself, your clients, your fellowship, your minister, and for the spiritual center and for the Amani Center, the Amani Center and the Black Hills Center for Peace.
I do.
And Emerson Institute.
And Emerson.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you promise to do your part in carrying out the mission of your center, of this center, which is to teach the interconnectedness of all things, and to help seekers of truth discover the magnificence of their own being, that they may grow to know the infinite power of love within in their lives?
I do.
Congregation?
And so this is to you. Do you promise to support this practitioner through your own prayers?
We do.
And do you promise to invite this practitioner to support you in times of your own need?
We do.
Will the practitioner and the congregation join us with me in this affirmative prayer?
Close your eyes and turn within.
There
There's only one power and presence in the universe.
It
It
exists
in,
as,
and
through everything.
And we know that all of creation operates in absolute harmony and balance always. We see our new practitioner as an expression of this truth. We honor her today as genuine, full of integrity, walking her talk, and demonstrating the truth of her being now and every day. This day, we know her divine nature is expressing spirit through every aspect of her being, and she moves courageously into ever-expanding circles of joy and fulfillment. In gratitude, we support and love this sacred experience for our friend, our practitioner. We release this treatment knowing it is done and released to the very highest and best in her life. And together we all say, and so it is. And now, by the power vested in me, and now by the power vested in me as a minister representing the Amani Center, I hereby affirm you as practitioner of the Amani Center, of the Black Hills Center for Peace, I'm so sorry, and Emerson Institute. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So congregation, would you join me in the blessing of Kelly we're going to hold up our hands and send her energy by chanting 3 ohms together. Congratulations, Practitioner Kelly.
Nice job.
And you will be receiving, one way or the other, how you guys figure it out, you'll have actual credentials that you can keep in your wallet with you. From Emerson.
From Emerson, yes. So,
All right.
congratulations.
Hallelujah.
I just want to say really quickly that this place is amazing. And this was not part of my plan when this started. But sometimes Spirit speaks louder. And we just have to step forward. And it was a diagnosis, actually, that brought us here all those years ago, not knowing what was going to happen next. So we've been healed, and there's no evidence of disease, and we have moved on in amazing adventures, all led by Spirit.
That's a testament. That's a testament.
It is. So if you haven't ever thought about stepping into sacred service and joining the academy, do it. Your life will change in ways you have no idea. Just say yes. And so it is.
And so it is. Congratulations.
And can we just have a round of applause for Jim? Cancer-free and healthy. That's the best news. Woo! That's amazing, amazing. Okay, well, we're going to do our joyful time of giving first. So we are going to pass the baskets in a moment. So you can take out whatever you're giving. If you give virtually, you can use those cards that are in the white seat backs. Place them over your heart. Know that your gift is moving into flow to keep this center moving forward as always. Here's some other ways you can give. Going to the AmaniCenter.org, using the Venmo code. There's a PayPal code on those little cards. And you can set up a recurring donation. However you give, we just appreciate it so much. We are an independent center, and we're just grateful for you. So let's go ahead and pass the baskets. And we have another song from John.
Give of my heart, I give of my soul, I give of my treasures, because I know that as I give, I will receive. The circle is complete. I give of my heart, I give of my soul, I give of my treasures, because I know that as I give, I will receive. The circle is complete.
Your donation and gift is a celebration and the belief in your own soul of the abundant life that lives through you. And you are blessed in your giving. And I know that it goes out to wherever it is the best and the highest good. And together we say, and so it is.
All right, let's bring those kids up. This little light of mine,
I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Joe.
We were out there in Marcy's motorhome, hearing the rain come down. It came down pretty hard at one time.
Yes.
But we were brave, weren't we? Very brave. So we read a book. Oh, shoot, what's the book called? What's it called? We did read it. Shy read it. Shy. And Delaney read some of it, too. I am smart? Okay. We actually, and Delaney actually wrote our own affirmation. So you want to, Anne drew a picture too. So the affirmation.
I am smart and beautiful in my own way.
Everybody get that? You want to, and a picture of a rainbow. And Lexi, you want to turn yours around? You want to turn yours around? No? All right, not yet. All right. So we had a good time, I think, right? All right. Thanks.
All right.
You guys ready? Ready? You ready to show?
Woo, yes, Lexi. Good job, guys.
Kelly, why don't you come on up here?
Yes, come on up, practitioner Kelly. And then the rest of us, let's stand. We'll reach out, grab a hand, and sing our closing song together. Here. Put you right in the middle there.
There we go.
The presence is here. The presence is here. Love and spirit prevail on each face. The presence is here. Amen. The presence is here. And I will meet you in grace. I will meet you in grace.
And it is this beautiful, elemental, stormy, yummy day that I know that the light and the love and the peace and the power in each one of your own lives is truly amazing. It is uplifting, it is supporting, it is guiding, it is directing all the time, no exceptions. So this forward, you just go forth this week and just love life exactly as it is through yourself and each other person that you touch. Together we say, and so it is.
Thank you for the night. Thank you for the big climb. Thank you for the fall. Thank you for my life. Thank you for the laughter. Thank you for the chance. Thank you for the madness. Thank you for the dance. Thank you for forgiveness and not softening the fall. Thank you for my love. Thank you for it all. Thank you for my life. I'm thankful for it.